What about nutrition and hormones? Welcome to Be Fab, Be You Made Simple, your daily dose of inspiration designed to help you reinvent yourself by optimizing your body and mind. I am Maria Horstman, a health editor and coach, a fitness trainer, a speaker, and an entrepreneur, founder of BeFabBU.com. Our episodes are short and will bring you valuable content and practical nuggets for optimal health and fitness that you can implement ASAP. Let's get you to feel fabulous every day. Are you ready? Check out the show notes to 1, schedule a free call with me to discuss a plan to take your health to the next level. 2, submit a question to be featured in our Ask Me Anything episodes on Sundays. Connect with me on social media and much more. Hit the subscribe button, and if you like what you hear, share with your friends and leave it a rating. Been feeling? How is your family? Our lives have been impacted in one way or another since March 2020. Here we are in April 2021. Many lives were lost unexpectedly. Many people are living still in isolation. The mental and physical health of many people have decayed drastically. Many people's lives, habits have taken the wrong turn with higher stress, financial difficulties, and even due to the lack of personal touch. So again, how are you doing? I invite you to drop all you're doing to take a few deep breaths. Can you do that? Yes, you can. I know you can. Breathe in through your nose. Take 3 to 4 seconds to do that calmly. Maybe you want to close your eyes. Then I would like you to hold your breath for 3 to 4 seconds. Next, exhale through your mouth. Again, take those 3 to 4 seconds. But I also want you to think about leaving no air behind. Feel your shoulders relax. If it takes you a few times to feel calm, it's okay. It's normal for us to kind of calm down when we're living life the way that we are in an overdrive state. Give yourself permission to do this process a few times. You deserve it. Yes, you do. And if you're feeling relaxed, I encourage you to take a few deep breaths anyway. But pay attention to how your body feels when you breathe. And if you have a wristband that reads your heart rate, check the heart rate before and after your breaths. You will see a slower heart rate or heartbeat as you practice these deep breaths. It's pretty fascinating and cool, and also gives you assurance to the importance of taking the deep breaths and calling timeouts in life. So last episode, I spoke about welcoming new yeses into your life. And maybe breathing is one that you can incorporate to help you recenter when you bump into nerve-wracking situations. And you might be saying, what do you mean breathing? I breathe every day. What I mean is, intentional breathing. Pay attention and really breathing, with time through your nose, assuring that these are not shallow breaths. That's what I mean with breathing and incorporating more of it into your life. Forgive me for not asking how are you doing more often. I can get caught up into the weeds of giving you content and sharing stories and give you homework. But I would love for you to drop me a note and let me know how you're doing. I really care about you. Maybe we never met, but I genuinely care. And I'm here for you. And so take advantage of that. We never know what this connection can bring into your life. So you see, one of my affirmations is my voice and words get to transform millions. Needless to say, I'm here doing my best to transform lives. And today's episode might ignite changing you. That's what I hope for. And if it does, please, please let me know, because that makes my heart sing. That's what keeps me going. And if there is an opportunity to help you, don't hesitate to book a complimentary call. Oftentimes, we don't know what we're missing out. So head out to bfabbu.com and let's chat. The links are in the show notes as well. So today's episode is about making you aware, or maybe reminding you about nutrition, lifestyle, hormones, cell receptors, and all these awesome things that help us to stay vibrant. So are you ready? I am. Let's do this. In the past, I have talked about the nutritional endocrinology method pyramid that I use to help myself and clients thrive to reach homeostasis. It's kind of a hormone balance thing. This pyramid highlights the important pillars of health that include mindset, healthy diet, stress, sleep, exercise, toxicity, and even fun. I also refer to these pillars as lifestyle choices because we have an incredible amount of control over each one of them. Sometimes we just don't notice. And it's kind of easy to say, oh, I don't have control. It's beyond me. But you know what? You do have control. And I'm here to bring this attention to you, because it's when you take responsibility for them that your life and health can really get a boost. So these lifestyle choices have a direct impact in our digestion, blood sugar, adrenals, thyroid, sex hormones, and organs in the body. And that's what you see in that pyramid. So actually, let's go step by step here. So the endocrine system is a network of glands in the body that makes the hormones that help cells talk to each other. They're responsible for almost every cell, organ, and function in the body. So the hormones are the messengers that control and coordinate everything in the body. Yes, hormones are kings and queens. One of the functions of the endocrine system is to make hormones that control physiological and behavior activities, such as metabolism, reproduction, organs growth, development, digestion, even mood. So the network of glands making these endocrine systems are spread in different parts of the body, including in our brain. And another gland that you're familiar with is the thyroid gland, which makes the thyroid hormone that controls our metabolism. So the glands usually secrete hormones into the bloodstream, and the hormones stay in circulation until it gets to a cell with receptors for that specific hormone. Can you imagine that in your brain? So these receptors, something that we actually don't hear much about, they are located on the cell membrane, ready to pick up these hormones. So There are some hormones that have receptors on most cells. So that's the case for hormones that control vital functions like metabolic rate. Almost every cell has a receptor for thyroid hormone. So the same thing is for insulin, which keeps our blood sugar balanced, that you hear me talk all the time. So most cells have insulin receptors to move the glucose from bloodstream inside the cell to generate energy to keep us going, happy and healthy. So now, what exactly is nutrition endocrinology that I speak about? In a nutshell, it is the relationship between nutrition and endocrine imbalances. So, conversations about malnutrition, nutrient deficiencies, and even nutrient excesses are crucial to have because they impact our hormones. So, in what way, you might be asking? Good question. So, nutrition and lifestyle, for that matter, impact the distribution, production, and receptivity of hormones. So, certain foods have a positive impact and others disrupt hormones. So, the same applies to the other lifestyle choices in that pyramid. So they all impact the well-being of our hormones and how our body communicates within. So why is this important to understand? Why is this relationship important, or relationships for that matter? Well, I am a true believer that the more we understand about our bodies, our minds, our systems, and especially the endocrine systems, the more we will invest and grow into becoming our best selves by cultivating healthy habits that will fuel ourselves with energy and health. As an insulin resistance coach and nutrition endocrinology practitioner, when I help my clients restore their health, I apply a sequence of kind of interventions. So it starts always with the food and the lifestyle, then go to specific nutrients, then herbs, and lastly, there is bioidentical hormones from a nutritional source, not from a prescription perspective, of course. I'll let the MDs do that. And that's why I believe on the power of building relationships with medical doctors when we can support, the person together, being part of that health village. So sometimes when someone experiences acute issues, I might change the order of the intervention to help alleviate the symptoms. This is a process. And this process includes identifying the root cause of the imbalances, not a band-aid approach. So by identifying the root cause, we can address it and heal it. It starts with, running various assessments and then labs. The most basic set of labs is blood work. Most of us do them. So I recommend everyone I come across to get their labs done. And I even give a list of biomarkers so they can ask their doctors to run. So the next step is to get these lab results evaluated or analyzed by doing a functional blood chemistry analysis. And I absolutely love this process because it's often an eye-opener for the person. This is where you have the opportunity to identify deficiencies and imbalances ahead of time. This is the beginning stages to go from being normal to optimal. In this process, sometimes it is kind of wise to dive a little deeper and run different types of labs to identify, for example, the health of your adrenal glands, especially if you've been stressed out for a long time, chronic stress, if you fatigue. There is deeper things that we can evaluate. Yay, we got to check our poop and do a stool test sometimes to see what kind of creatures are living inside us and eating us alive, like I like to say. And then there is food sensitivities, Sometimes we think that we don't feel well eating this and then that. So we can understand our body better, and we can operate and we can put protocols that will allow our body to thrive. At times, we might need to do some tests to check out the mineral levels, amino acid levels. Ultimately, the goal is to get you to feel healthy and vibrant, so you continue to do the things you love with joy and confidence. I'd like to share another affirmation that I use, and that is, my body is my temple given to me to live my life's purpose. Again, my body is my temple given to me to live my life's purpose. You have a purpose, hopefully. If you don't, you can always build one. You can always take the time to reflect. I have my purpose. And when I think about taking care of my body, I truly think about how my daily choices impact those hormones and the health of those receptors. Am I perfect? Nope. Do I make choices that disrupt my hormones? Yes, sometimes I do. But here's the thing. I feel grateful for a few things. For having a pretty good understanding about my body. What makes it thrive and what makes it not thrive. And it is certain that as I age, my body is changing. I stay curious to learn and adapt. That's part of my process. Having developed resilience, and I'm committed to keep strengthening its level. I'm very grateful for that. I'm also grateful for being able to educate and inspire and help transform the lives of people, including yours. That brings joy to me. It is my hope that this information today inspires you to continue to understand what makes you unique, what makes your body and mind thrive. And if you'd like guidance to help you achieve your health and fitness results faster, I'm here for you. I'm your chick. Go to bfabbu.com, schedule a call. I'll be ready whenever you're ready. So thanks for listening and for sharing this podcast with your family and friends. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to the BFABBU Made Simple podcast. Can you do me a favor? If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend and leave it a rating. It helps the podcast and I really appreciate it. If you're wondering where to start, head over to my website, linked in the show notes, to sign up to receive encouragement, tips, and strategies to maximize results. While you're there, download a free health guide to get you started today. If you're looking for a coach and trainer to help you optimize your weight, body, and health, get on my calendar. Let's discuss your goals, establish a custom plan, implement it, and celebrate your results. Together, we can do this. Find the link to schedule a free energy audit strategy session also in the show notes. Connect with me on social media. I would love for you to let me know that you're listening to the show. Also, see the show notes for the links. In addition to a qualified healthcare practitioner, it's important that you have someone in your corner who is in for you and will help you to plan and stay on track implementing your goals. Are you ready? Let's rock and roll this boat. I will see you on the next episode of BFABBU Made Simple. Just a reminder that this podcast is for educational purposes only. This podcast is not a substitute for health care by a doctor or other qualified medical professionals. This podcast is provided on the understanding that it does not constitute medical or other professional advice or services.